Hello, welcome back. I was not going to make a video today, but then it is Mother's Day, and I do have some ladies that watch the channel, and I thought we'd take them for a ride. So we're going to go over the hill, and we're going to check out what's going on down there. Oh, my wife just spent 2 nights at her mother's, and oh man, am I glad that she come home. I was starving. But boy, she didn't even leave much music or hardly have any gas. Hey, what do we got here? Let's get some heat going. I'm not wearing a jacket, but it is frigging cold out. So we're going to go over the hill and we'll just check on things and see how they're doing. I was going to cut the grass, but I think I'll leave it, let the dandelions grow for a bit so that the bees can have something to eat. But I might have to do some of it pretty soon here, because I don't want some of those killer freaking weeds take over. Not sure where the dogs are. Oh, there's one there. Other one's crashed out on the deck. It's been an interesting couple of days for sure. My cousin passed away unexpectedly, and I just found that out last night. So that's that. And, I just thought I need a little peace of mind here, so we're going to go over the hill and we're going to see. This is the first time taking the Jeep down here, actually. Oh, I'll put my seatbelt on. We're just going to poke along here. Okay, I got it already. I did it. And I just want to look at the fields to see how the grass is growing. It looks good. Hay now. These are hay fields. They're not bush hog fields. So I'm looking forward to the guy coming sometime next month, I think. Might have to wait till July. Doesn't look like it's growing that fast. There was deer out here last night. I counted 3. So that was nice. Get in here and kill those trees too, I think. Oh, the road's nicely dried up anyway. You can only go as far as it is unless there's some problems with the trees laying on the road. We'll just take it easy and enjoy the trip. Haven't done too much in the last couple of days. I had to look after those 3 dogs. I wouldn't wish that on anybody. Bear was actually pretty good about the whole thing, and it was Ice that was causing the problem the first night. He decided he didn't want to come to bed with us, and so I had to close the door to keep the dog in. Next thing I know is 3 o'clock in the morning, I could hear somebody out there freaking crying away. So I opened up the door, and sure as hell it was Ice. Then I had to take the puppy out for a whiz at that time, because I thought that'd be a good idea. And then we went back to bed. I got them all up and sent them out. I thought, geez, it'd be nice if they come back. We'll go to bed. Back to bed. And sure enough, they all came in shortly right after they went out. they were tired too because of a confusing night. Oh, I gotta cut that tree. That snapped in half. Oh well. And these ones are drooping. They're limp. They're limp. You know, limp. And last night, or yesterday afternoon, it started to rain a bit. And I thought, oh, for frig's sakes, I don't need that too. Because that's a lot of work running the door and drying dogs because they get soaked all the time. So anyway, Ice and Bear came in around 10 o'clock, and all of a sudden, about an hour later, you could hear the Ice just making a freaking racket. I gotta get out. I gotta get out the door. Hurry, hurry, Con, let me out. Well, they got a mouse in the barbecue again. So there I am, in the rain, in my house coat. Gotta take the cover off the barbecue to see if I can figure out where the mouse is. Next thing I know, mouse goes squirting out, the dogs take off, and the mouse disappears over the deck. I don't know. He must have been on turbo mode. So that was all right. And finally, around, well, just before midnight, my cousin calls and says, my cousin has died. Don't know what happened. And she's all upset. So I had to stay and talk to her for a while. And then when I went to bed, I just couldn't sleep. You know, like your mind is busy. So I get up early this morning and let the dogs out again around 6. And I thought, geez, I can go back to bed. You think I could go to sleep? No. Tonight I should. Wife came home, bought me a great big donair, and I'm telling you, it was a half a pound, and it was good. So I'm feeling kind of content now. So, on the way back, we'll take a look at the beaver thing here. I just want to get a rough idea what kind of damage there was over the winter. Yeah, because you don't have a chance to look around when you're on the mower. You're looking down in front of the mower when you come down here, because you're always afraid that you're going to go and run into a rock or something. So that's all right. We're doing all right here. I've cleaned this up pretty good since I came down here the last time. There's lots of room. I don't hear it. None of the bush is scraping away on Mom's Jeep. And what a blessing it was today. My mother-in-law bought her some lottery tickets for Mother's Day, and Lord, behold, she won $45 and gave it to me. Well, she owed me $5, but that's good. I got a couple of bucks in my wallet again. A little disappointed in that Fisker's saw, so I'm going to go and look around. There's a couple of forestry companies in the city here, and I'm going to see if I can go over to this one where I know where they're at and see what they've got, if they got any pole saws. I don't want to get into a gas-powered one where I've got to figure around with a battery, and I definitely don't want to get into one that's gas-powered, and I definitely don't want one with a chain on it. And the only reason is I don't want to have to frick around with those things. I just want to put the saw on the end of a pole and cut the freaking tree down. Or cut the limbs down, that's all. And I'm going to have to get my butt going here, because I want to go over and check the big beaver down, but I didn't bring my coat today. Wasn't planning on going down there anyway. Doesn't look like too much is happening here. I was pretty tuckered out after getting that lawnmower going yesterday. So hopefully it'll start going a little bit better. It's only 14 degrees Celsius out today, which is supposed to hit a high of around 15 or 16, but it's freaking cold. This is like winter. Or this is like October, actually. Oh, that reminds me. I gotta come down here and pick this wood up way down here. And I still need to get I want to make a place where the partridge could come to scratch. I have to think about that one, where I want to put it. We got ruffled grouse and we got what the hell's the other? Spruce grouse here. And spruce grouse eat spruce stuff. And the other one eats mostly grubs and stuff like that, I think. It must eat something else besides that, because there's no grubs in the winter. Oh, what I would like to have is a dump truck and a place where I could get some topsoil. So I could level this road off and have some kind of a sickle mower, I think they're called. So we could use the sickle mower on the side here and cut the bush back. Then I could get some equipment in here to cut all those little stumps off there. Bush hog didn't do a great job down here. Another broken tree. Oh well. I always like coming down here. It's the best place in the world. So maybe I'll plant a tree for my cousin now. Hey, doesn't that look good after it's cleaned up? The leaves are starting to pop on the trees a little bit here and there, which means it won't be long and we'll have you won't be able to see anywhere actually. It'll be all leaves. Get in here and cut that down. There's a little bit of wood here. I left the big piece to buck up in the woods. Nice and quiet. All I hear is the ringing in my ears. Oh, my back hurts. So she spent 2 nights with her mother, with her sister, and that's nice. Yeah, the leaves are slowly coming out. I think they're about 2 weeks behind, to tell you the truth. And then when summer comes, it'll be hot and muggy. Unless we have one of those oddball summers. I've got a couple of trips to the city coming. One for blood work and another one to take one of the dogs in for his vaccination too. You gotta have these things, I guess, these days. I don't know where these different, where how they figure out how to do these things for the vaccinations, like for dogs and stuff like that, but I'm glad they have them. So we got 3 happy dogs. I get a persistent cough. I don't know what the hell that is. Won't be long, it'll be the black flies will be here. Quickly followed by the mosquitoes. I wonder what the planet's going to be like in another 100 years. If we'll smarten up or not. I would like to think so, but I kind of doubt it. Too many people making big money off of things that are killing the whole planet. And people are too dumb to realize it because they're not saying anything about it. I don't want to get into that because I don't want to do that here on this channel. It's too easy to do. There's a lot of blowdowns in there. Give you a little peek. I broke one of the clips off the bottom. See those? There's about 5, 6, 7, 8, 10 trees maybe at least in there all leaning over. I gotta maybe go in there one day. We'll see. Look at that one there, that's dead. That's all got these, I think they call them conchs, but I'm not really sure, on that birch. I'll just hang on to the camera for now. Oh. You see that little mud down there in the road? I gotta try to, every time I come down here, I gotta remember to stay out of those things. Like drive on one side or drive on the other. Gives a chance for the grass to come up. And I don't want a whole bunch of water forming on there because then it'll start making little grooves. Here, I'll put you back in here. It's too hard to hold and talk and everything else. There. It's too hard to, or if I don't keep off of the places where I'm driving over and create this mud thing, the water collects in there, and if there's too much water, it will start cutting into there to get to a lower spot, and it starts erosion. Next thing you know is you got a big problem because you can't drive on it. And I'm not so sure if I want to come down here with a mower too much anymore. I got to keep that mower for up on the top of the hill. And me mowing this all the time is not too good for the, I don't think overall for the mower's life. Maybe when the guy comes down to hay, he might have a piece of equipment that can come in here and cut the sides and cut the grass down or something. I don't know. We'll see. Right here, this little hill here is the worst hill of them all. A lot of rocks are popping up. There's some firewood in there if you feel young enough that you want to do it. Oops. I gotta get some of these rocks up for the dog area there too. They've got a pretty big hole dug. It won't be long they'll be able to walk underneath the fence if I don't do something with it. I could probably find some big round rocks and roll them down and get them close. I should show you this little area here too. Right here. See how the water's running down through there? That's goes into a little culvert right there. And it's so easy for the beavers to back that up. And then they just start building along the road. And it's between two high points, so they could theoretically flood this off in no time at all. And just a little further here, we can go and see where the beavers were before. So there's this, but there isn't a lot of flow, which means it's not likely they'd want to do that. I think it's in Saskatchewan, the world's largest beaver dam, and I can't remember. You can look on Google for it, I think, and it's huge. I mean, it's more than 100 acres. That's what I got here. Now, there was a moose down here earlier in the spring. When we come down here in the moor, I spotted his tracks. But look what the beavers did. That tree blew over. I should get that one too. And there's another big birch in there that's pretty near gone. And that one right in front of me there, that's half eaten through. Dirty little buggers. And who knows what else they did up there. And I am appreciative of the help that I did get to try to get rid of these buggers. The Babylon Brook. I'll come down here with the saw here, clean her up a little bit. There's a lot of cedars. There's some nice ones in here too. I'm not too keen on going in here and just cutting wood for the sake of cutting wood. There's another one busted. Everywhere you look, there's broken trees. And it doesn't help when the big landowner that's near here just clear cuts all the property around here. So that means that wind is going to get a pretty good head of steam on it before it hits my property. And then when it hits, it's just going to start blowing trees over. Look at that. There's a big tree right in front there. I don't know what causes that. I would think snow load. And some of them aren't very big, like that one. I mean, I could get some that's a dangerous tree because of possible, what do you call it, barber cherry. Now this whole area coming up here, this is a big cedar stand. Of course, it don't look like cedar here, but just up here. You see the odd one in there. I want to get in here and get that kindling, but I was hoping it would dry up a little better. Because I got to cross a little creek down there. I don't know if I could find a place, maybe right here. I could go in here and then I got to clear off a spot so that I can get in there. But this here is a real nice little patch of cedar. There's enough wood laying down on the ground there to get for kindling too. And there's some massive rocks in there. These farmers must have had a pretty good time with the big horses here pulling these giant freaking rocks out of the field. There we go. Yeah, it would be nice if I had a tractor, then I could do some more stuff, but that's not going to happen. To be honest with you, I'd rather have a side-by-side and just do a little bit of firewood every time I come over the hill. Load up the back of the side-by-side and haul her home. There's the boys up in the knoll. As soon as it warms up a little bit, I got a big job to clean this out. Oh, she did it. She must have, I have to ask her. We couldn't clean the Jeep mats out the other day because of, it was raining. The boys are enjoying the cool weather. I turn the heat off at night before we go to bed so the dogs will sleep better. And we're okay. We're under the covers. I'm being watched up there. And I'm going to have to walk the fence once with a bag of nails. And then I can inspect it from the outside. My neighbor here is not here today because the dogs would be barking constantly. So let's find out if there's a sinkhole here. Ugh, another one. Nope, not yet. So anyway, thanks very much for coming along for the ride. I do appreciate your coming. Don't mind if you leave comments, because I do my best to answer every one of them while I can. And welcome to the new subscriber on our journey. I think I'll park out here. That way I can get the mower out without having to move this too. And you got to back up just far enough to make sure that if somebody's going to come and steal my catalytic converter, they'll get underneath the security light, lights up, dogs bark, you know, all that kind of thing. So anyway, thanks for coming. Appreciate it. And we'll see you probably again tomorrow. And I'm going to end up having to do something for sure. Let's just take a peek and see if the boys are still there. Whoa. I'm just glad there's no beavers right now. Lock it or lose it. This worked out pretty good going over the hill here. Nope, they're not there. Ooh, look at all the dandelions. Last year we had a frickin' hornets or some damn thing, or wasps in here. I gotta watch for that this year. But look, see all the sticks? I throw the sticks over the hill, and they find 10 times more sticks and bring them back. Oh well. Yeah, I'm gonna have to cut this soon, or it's gonna be hell to pay. Oh. So, happy Mother's Day to all you girls. And have a good year.